Hi there, a very good morning. You're watching News X at 9:30. I'm Akshay Tandon. In our top story now, as Bangalore struggles to comprehend the gang rape of a young woman last week, the state's Home Minister has come up with a shocker. When spoken to about the rising incidents of violence against women in the state capital, KJ George challenged the very definition of gang rape. Speaking to the media, he said that rape by two men didn't really qualify as a gang rape, and for sexual assaults to be counted as one, it required at least 3 or more men. The BJP in opposition in the state is leading demands for sacking of Mr. George, as crimes against women in the state have reached an all-time high under his watch. But will Chief Minister Siddaramaiah sack his man Friday, is the question.
How can you say gang rape? Gang rape means 4 people. It is the thing already arrested and we are taking everything. How can you say gang rape? Gang rape means 4 people. It is the thing already arrested and we are taking everything.
Yet another shocking state from Home Minister of Karnataka, a man who is at the helm of his office and who is supposed to take care of safety and security of women, went on to define gang rape. And he said that if it is less than 2 people who have raped, cannot be termed as gang rape. This statement of Home Minister sends shockwaves across Karnataka, especially victims who are hoping assurance from the government. With today's journalist Satish Sagairaj for News X, Bengaluru.
Political reactions continue to come in on this shocking statement there from the Home Minister of Karnataka. Let's take a listen in.
It is ridiculous that a person who is sitting on a high position like a Home Minister of a state is giving such type of obnoxious statement. I think the Congress leadership must take note of it, and it's too much about the Home Minister of Karnataka always giving such type of a statement and running away from the responsibility.
देखिए, मैं कहूँगा कि नेताओं को और ख़ास तौर से मंत्रियों को बहुत सोच समझ के बयान देना चाहिए। इस तरीके के बयानात से पार्टी भी बदनाम होती है और लोगों की निगाहों में पॉलिटिशियंस की, राजनेताओं की इज्जत कम हो जाती है।
All right, let's go across to our colleague Sagairaj now joining us live from Bengaluru for further details. A complete shocker there coming in from the Home Minister. He has coined a whole new definition when it comes to gang rape, Sagairaj, saying that 1 or 2 people doesn't amount to gang rape. They have to be 3 or 4 for a woman to have gone through a gang rape. Tell us, the Chief Minister, how is he responding to this word that's coming in from his Home Minister?
So far, Chief Minister has not reacted on this particular statement because KJ George has spoken this on Wednesday, and as you said that it is a shocker statement from Home Minister saying that it is when it comes to a gang rape, it is not only 1 or 2 person, it should be more than 3 or 4. It's really condemnable, and we need to wait what kind of reaction from the Chief Minister on this particular statement of KJ George.
If the Chief Minister hasn't reacted so far, Sagairaj, we do understand the civil society at large is clearly outraged by such a comment made by a lawmaker. Tell us on the pressure that's mounting on him, and of course how the opposition is seeking now an apology and even resignation of the Home Minister George.
Definitely, the civil society is shocked because a person who was supposed to take care of the security of women, especially in a state like Karnataka, if you see the off late, you find many crime against women in the state, and definitely people who are looking a kind of hope from a minister, especially Home is shocked because a person who was supposed to take care of the security of women, especially in a state like Karnataka, if you see the off late, you find many crime against women in the state, and definitely people who are looking a kind of hope from a minister, especially Home Minister, who should give some kind of assurance for them, is not in a place to help them. Rather doing that, he went on to say that the 1 or 2 people raping a woman is not a gang rape. It should be more than 3, 4. It comes as a shocker for the people here in Karnataka.
All right, Sagairaj, thanks very much for joining us for a moment with these comments. We'll try and come back to you for more. Meanwhile, let's tell our viewers that how this statement is outraged one and many. The Karnataka Home Minister, Mr. KJ George, they're coining an all-new definition when it comes to gang rape. For him, there's a differentiation between 2 raping a woman, or perhaps 3 or 4. He says only 3 or 4 men together raping a woman amounts to a gang rape. That's the comment that he has given us to NewsX on cameras there. For him, 2 men raping a woman at the same time is not a gang rape. That's the insensitivity, really, and understanding of the law and understanding of the crime for Mr. KJ George, who is the Home Minister, a lawmaker in the Karnataka government over there. Let's take a listen in once again to what he actually meant when he was asked about the rising crimes against women in the state and what has he really done. This was his defense that really came in on this particular case of gang rape. Okay, we'll go to that soundbite in just a moment. First up, let's go across to Ms. Sudha Ramalingam, lawyer and activist, joining us over the phone line. Morning, ma'am. Your first thoughts on what the Home Minister of Karnataka, KJ George, had to say. For him, 1 or 2 people cannot be conducting a gang rape. It requires at least 3 or 4 men to gang rape a woman.
It's shocking that a law minister could talk like that. He should have some sensitivity. Definitely more than one person can be called a crowd as far as rape is concerned. This is not something about unlawful assembly. He thinks about unlawful assembly when he's talking about a grievous crime of rape, I suppose.
That's right. Mr. Sudha Ramalingam, he's the same Home Minister of Karnataka under whose watch we've seen crime really grow against women. Crime has been growing in Bangalore. Crime has been growing against children. There has been a spate of incidents where we've seen how crime has been seen against children in school. But for him, what do you think? Isn't this all about the mindset and the outlook towards crime against children and women?
The entire outlook itself seems to be very, very lethargic. They seem to be only reacting like a knee-jerk reaction. There seem to be no real preventive measures in place. It is high time that even the media starts portraying these issues with great sensitivity and responsibility, and ensure that we devise a protocol for prevention rather than just simply going about talking about what's happened.
Okay, Ms. Sudha Ramalingam, under the law, explain to us what is a gang rape, because according to this Home Minister, it requires 3 to 4 men to gang rape a woman. According to you, in definition of law, tell us about it.
I think anything more than one person will be called as a gang rape, definitely. There is no definite definition to my knowledge about a gang rape as such. Rape is rape per se.
Absolutely.
If it is more than one person, it definitely becomes gang rape.
And what action does this call for now?
Assembly.
Ms. Ramalingam, what action do you think this calls for now, looking at the kind of mindset that has been exposed in this shocking comment coming in from the Home Minister of Karnataka? How do you see this being corrected?
See, the court cannot sit and correct people's mindset. It's up to the people to really shun these politicians,
Sure.
Don't vote for them, ensure that we even ostracize these fellows.
Yes, that's right. Thanks very much for speaking with us, Ms. Sudha Ramalingam, on this particular story. Let's also bring in Ms. Pramila Nisargi, joining us, lawyer and activist from Bangalore over the phone line. Ms. Pramila Nisargi, a complete shocker there from the Home Minister of Karnataka. We've been speaking to you over this issue. For him, it takes about 3 to 4 men actually to gang rape a woman. If 2 men have raped this particular girl, that doesn't amount to gang rape for him.
This is a shocking incident. Mr. Yuvraj is coming to Bangalore today to assess the performance of the farmers and how to safeguard them. I suppose he's going on a tour to Mandya and Haveri. I only wish that he looks after the Home Minister and tell him, no, what is it that he has to do so far as women are concerned? If this is not a gang rape, what else is a gang rape? I have to ask him.
Absolutely. Ms. Pramila Nisargi, there has been an increase in crime against women and children, especially, we believe, in the city of Bangalore. And this is what the Home Minister really has to say, under whose watch the law and the security of the land really comes under. What does this speak of the Home Minister?
You see, it speaks volumes. I only say he is unfit to be a Home Minister. If he cannot know the definition of a rape, and if he is not able to control rape and crime against women in this Bangalore, why should he be there a Home Minister, continue as a Home Minister? There is a reach of thing. I only wish that he will be removed from the post and some competent person who can, feel for the feelings of the women will be appointed.
Yes, but the problem here really being, Ms. Nisargi, you will agree that this particular comment came in from the Home Minister on Wednesday, which is yesterday, and there has been no word at all from the Chief Minister of the government just as yet on this insensitive comment coming in. Don't you think the Chief Minister also needs to step in and take cognizance of what's really happening?
He will not do anything. He is one of the persons who is a favorite. I am told that he is a favor of the center, Madam Sonia Gandhi. So he is not bothered about anyone. He is neither cared for Chief Minister or for that matter anyone in the Karnataka. He thinks that he's got somebody, favor from Delhi. Why should he bother about it? That's why all these things are happening in Karnataka. One after the other, continuously. Take it whether it's a school or a college or a bus or a hospital.
That's right.
It makes no difference.
That's right.
That's the reason why it's happening.
Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks very much for joining us, Ms. Rumela Nisargi. Let me also pull in Ms. Nilanjana Chakraborty, activist, joining us over the phone line this morning. Morning, Ms. Chakraborty. Your thoughts on what we are tracking for the Home Minister of Karnataka. If two men have raped a woman at that point in time, it doesn't amount to gang rape. It requires minimum 3 to 4 people.
Well, you see, the kind of insensitivity and the kind of prioritization for women's security, that it just smacks of, complete prejudice, complete apathy, and no feelings, nothing on the agenda as far as women's rights or security, etc. is concerned. And the kind of rapes and violence that is happening in Bangalore, or in Karnataka, if I may put it that way, much remains to be desired. They have not taken any steps, whether it is a school, whether it is a college, whether it is on the road, whether it's office, anywhere.
Right.
It's not on their priority list.
Absolutely. We'll have to leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining us, Ms. Nilanjana Chakraborty. Some more